to my channel. It's your girl Glamourgirlslay, and I'm back again with another video. So right now I'm in the hospital room. Bad freaking vibes. I want to show y'all this like picture behind me, but it might scare y'all because it's scaring me. It's gonna scare y'all like for real. So I'm up and cannot sleep because of this little, hold on. Can y'all see that? I'm trying to show it. My camera. Like, it's that picture right there. It's hard for me to get it, but that picture is so creepy. So, anyways, if I could get a better shot, I would get a better shot. But, unfortunately, well, I'm not gonna say unfortunately, because fortunately, the baby is okay. The baby weighs 3 pounds and 30 am very small. Sooner than I expected. I don't know, because I said in my other video, the due date, my due date was supposed to be November 23rd. So I ended up having him, not November 23rd, I ended up having him October 23rd. Isn't that crazy? Wow. So October 23rd is kind of, well, very significant, and I'm gonna tell y'all why it's significant. October 23rd is my cousin's birthday, and that's like my best cousin. I don't have like a older brother or like close to my age. He's like a brother to me. So October 23rd is very significant because the baby was born on my cousin's birthday. And y'all, it went very, very crazy. Like, I just was not expecting a baby coming this soon. So I don't know if y'all could tell, my face is still swollen. Like, my face is swollen, my hands are swollen, my feet is freaking swollen. So let me show y'all my feet. It's kind of going back to its normal shape, but they were like very, 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 very swollen. So anyways, back to the main point. Around, cause I'm in my, well, I was in my last trimester, and I started like feeling bad towards the end. Like, y'all, I do work from home, so I do a lot of just sitting and working from home. But I would get these piercing migraines, and they were always like right there on the left side of my head. And I thought it was because of me working with computers or being on the computers. So I just kept telling my mom, y'all. I would be calling my mom, and I'm like, Mom, I got this bad migraine on my head, and it just won't go away. And it's just sitting there. And then she kept saying, go to the doctor, because, yeah, you need to go to the doctor. Because it could be your blood pressure. And this is not my first, this is my third child. With my first child, I had preeclampsia and hypertension, and so it was kind of like I should have known or felt it was high blood pressure, but then I was like, maybe it's different because I'm carrying a boy this time, that it's normal that my hands are swollen, my feet are swollen, my face is swollen, anywho. But basically, this was not normal, y'all. This was not like a normal headache. It was like a bad, what my mom said, pressure. It was a pressure, blood pressure headache or migraine. So eventually I'm just like, you know what? I'm not sounding like going to hospitals because I had to go to the hospital for a baby. But it was like I had worked that day, and I was just really, really, really exhausted. But at the same time, I was really just having that same migraine, and I didn't want to put it on hold anymore. So I was like, I'm actually going to go to the doctor. And I called my boyfriend and told him, and he was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to bring you. I was like, yes, like bring me to the hospital. So we ended up coming here to this hospital, and the people were very, 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 very sweet to me, and they were really, really nice. When I got here, my blood pressure went from, it was basically like it was 150 when I walked in, And then as I got to the back, it ended up going to like 180, which is terrible because your blood pressure is not supposed to be that freaking high, but my blood pressure was that high. So it went to 180. Um, and they were just like, um, Mom, I need you to prepare for a baby today because, yeah, basically, they were setting the expectations to let me know, um, prepare for a baby today because, like, your blood pressure is high and the safety of the baby. And they asked me, when was the due date of the baby. I told them, they asked me what I'm having. I told them it's a boy. Um, so anywho, that is just like where we went from there. And I expressed like if I like was concerned about anything, and they were just like, oh, because y'all that COVID test, the thing they take your nose, the Q-tip, and put all that. I hate that test, but they were still, oh yeah, that's what I asked them because I wanted to do epidural. My last daughter I did natural, not by choice. So I was just trying to make sure this time that it was like we got an understanding that I'm not going natural or being forced to be natural. I'm not saying nothing is wrong with that. Some women choose to have natural births for different reasons because the epidural has different, which they disclose on the paper, like different things goes on with epidurals, different side effects from doing that, and they get you to sign a consent form if you want to do that. But anywho, I had it before, so it was just something that I already knew about and I felt comfortable with because I'm a pain like person, like pain freak. Like I don't like pain. Like my tolerance for pain is just like I don't even know if it's that much. Like I cannot tolerate pain. So I just knew I was going to get the epidural. So that was my concern. Like, also about the baby because my blood pressure is high. Like, so they monitored the baby heart rate was fine, baby was fine. They did ultrasound and they could, when I first got here, and they could see, oh, baby is healthy, baby is moving, everything's fine. But my blood pressure was high, so they were like calling out all these different types of medicines. One that I can't remember, which was called magnesium or something like that. I ended up having to get that for monitoring like blood pressure. So they put that in my IV. It's supposed to be like to keep your blood pressure down to where you don't have a stroke or a seizure, given that my blood pressure was very high. So that's what I was given, the magnesium through this thing right here. And I got that, and it makes you really hot. Like it gives you this. They tell you that, but it makes you hot. Like you start to feel after a while hot. Your body feels hot. Like the temperature, everything around you start to feel hot. But they gave me some. I think it's some more medicine for like the migraines, which I can't remember, or pressure headaches. So they started there, like just trying to bring everything down. After that, everything went like it was going. And my boyfriend, my child's father, he was there, so he was with me here. We were like preparing to have the baby. So by the time he came up, I was in labor and delivery room, and I had to, cause he went to bring the girls home. So I text him and I'm like, cause he brought the girls home, and I text him and I'm like, telling him the news of that baby's okay, but we're actually gonna have the baby. They're gonna induce me. They decided to induce me. So I'm like, come back up here when you can. By the time he came up here, I was already in labor and delivery room, and they gave me something like this thing, that these little ball things, y'all, and it was supposed to like to help with inducing. They came in and it was like, now that like once they got my blood pressure stabilized, they're gonna give me these little ball things, and y'all, it's not pleasant. I don't know if I want to go into detail about those things, but I don't even know what they're really called, but they're to help they get like bigger, something like that, and by like it's just to help the baby come out and help your water break. So anyways, they want to dilate you, so they give you that like to induce the birth or whatever. They gave me that. After that, like to open up my cervix or whatever, saying when you get this, you're gonna start having a little few contractions, and so I was like, knowing I'm still gonna want the epidural, and y'all, that poor lady, because I said I wanted the epidural, I got it, and that's when, because the contractions started coming, and it got to the point where it was like it was too much to bear. So I was like, I'm ready for the epidural. Got the epidural. I'm like I said, the pain, like not freak, like I don't like the pain, but for the part of, he held my hand while they did that little stuff to help me. But after that part, it was the epidural part because I had too many contractions. I was ready for the epidural. So they was like, he's going to have to step out while you get the epidural. So he stepped out, and I got the epidural, and I needed somebody to hold on to, y'all. So that lady, I was just like, I can't remember her name, but it was a very, very pretty name. It starts with an A. And I was like holding on to her, and I'm like, look, I'm sorry if I'm hurting you, but she's like, no, you're fine. And when you're getting the epidural, you want to keep your posture very, very straight, because that's your spine, and you don't want to move, because then they can injure you, and that has everything to do with the ability of you to walk, your back, so your spine. So you have to be very, very still. So I was just holding her. Probably squeezing this poor lady to death, but she was so sweet. She was just like letting me hold on to her. She clenched the pillow, chin to chest, and just breathe in, breathe out. And I was getting the epidural done. And then I would say it started helping relieve because it numbs you. I started getting numb. So the contraction didn't seem as bad, but then it did. Like, it doesn't stop the contractions from coming or anything like that. It doesn't stop the pain totally, but it helps with the pain because it numbs you enough to not feel all of it. So I still was having contractions, and when it was time, when I felt like it was, well, because I told my boyfriend, I'm like, okay, look, I'm ready. I'm feeling like I'm ready. And then she would tell me, not yet, almost like 6 centimeters, and you don't want to, you're going to know when you're ready, because when you're ready to give birth, it's going to feel like you have to push, and it's going to feel like constant. And she was like, it feels like as if you have to take a poop, and it's just constant, and you're just like feeling pressure, constant pressure that doesn't go away. Then okay, you're actually ready to push. So then that's when I said, okay. And then I was able to tell the contractions, because the contractions would come, and it'd be like 5 minutes, or not 5 minutes, like it'll be like 2-3 minutes, and it's like, oh, like a pain, and then it goes away. And then it's like, oh, like a pain, and it goes away. But then that one feeling where it just stayed there, because they came in and they had this thing in to break my water, and my water broke. So I would lay on my side, and the contractions got more intense, and then it just got like to where it was a straight constant, how she said it would be. It was like that, like a straight constant pain just sitting there, and it felt like I had to poop, but I had to push. So I was like, okay, I have to push. I'm ready to push. And that's when she checked me, and she's like, yeah, Mom, you're ready, because they don't want to check you too many times, because she was saying if they check you too many times, you get you can get a bacterial infection. So I don't want to keep checking you. They want to check you periodically. But when she checked me, I was definitely dilated. She said baby head was down. So that's when I'm like, okay, I'm ready. So I got my boyfriend's hand. He got up, I grabbed his hand, and then I'm just ready to freaking push. So I'm squeezing his hand, and y'all wouldn't believe what he said, what he did. He talked about I gotta go. Ironically, he had to go potty, and I'm like, no, you're not going. You're not going. You're gonna stay right here. So anyways, he held my hand, and then it was like a push and a deep breath and a push and a deep breath, and I would say about after number 3, like, and it just only took me like 3 seconds, the baby was out. Baby was out, and I was just like, oh my god, like when he came on and then they put him on my chest, he was so tiny and gray, like he was like very very pale looking, so it was kind of scary because like make sure my baby's okay, but he's okay. He was just, you know, just got out discoloration of his skin. So anyways, they laid him on my chest and he was small, which I'm gonna have the footage of that so y'all can see. But he's so handsome and little, y'all. The just the cutest, handsome little man, and he's so cute. So we named him Kaden Zaire Wilson. So his name is Kaden. Kaden Zaire, and y'all, he's amazing. Right now, he's in the NICU, so I'm really just waiting for the swelling to wear off and numbing from epidural, and once I'm able to, I'm gonna go visit him in the NICU. Y'all gonna come with me because I'm gonna get some footage of him in the NICU. They want to keep him because he basically was premature, preemie baby, because he's so small. So once he get to 4 pounds, we should be able to take baby Kaden home. Y'all, my mom excited. She already got his nickname planned out, which is Kid. So her kid is gonna come home. So yeah, that's his nickname, Kid. But y'all, baby Kaden is so cute, and I'm excited. I'm happy. Reality has to still come. I mean, it's here. Like, I know when I'm a parent, like parenting, like it comes natural once you're like, okay, I'm pregnant, I'm having a baby. That I've accepted that, but it's like I'm still in shock of the fact that he came so early. It was like I wasn't prepared, like, to have to be induced. I didn't think, I was waiting on November 23rd, y'all. So I'm just really grateful and for the doctors. I thank them a lot of times, like, thank you, thank you, thank you, because it was a lot with because I'm high risk, and I didn't know, like, I guess towards the ending this happened, because this was not an ongoing thing, but towards the ending, y'all, that's why I haven't been recording and making videos, and I stopped because you still can see the swelling on my face and my hands. It was like I just started getting very swollen, and it was just like time to focus on my health and then working. I'm just glad that I came to the hospital, because I was thinking that it was just a migraine from the computers, but it was more than that. Y'all, and they told me that with preeclampsia, high blood pressure is a silent killer or silent death. Like, so you, when you feel that intense or don't feel good, just whenever, if you're pregnant, like, even if it's something small and you just don't know, definitely follow your mind, because that's what I did, and go to the doctor, because if I would have waited any longer, I don't want to think about what could have happened, because I didn't know my blood pressure was that high, y'all. Like 180 is very high. And baby Kaden is good. I'm good. I was not prepared, so don't judge me. Bottom of my head, it is what it is. Tomorrow I'm gonna have my hospital bag here and all of my necessities so I can, you know, get it together. Get it together. But who cares? I just gave birth, so not gonna look the best. But yeah. And then I'm gonna show y'all what some of the food look like because I've been eating, staying hydrated. Got my cup. So I can got my cup. Staying hydrated, y'all. And I'm doing good. And I guess I'll check back in tomorrow or something.